Good animation, bad animation, new, old, digital, cell. Animation is an essential part of anime.
What? No fucking way!
When it's bad, it will be forever etched in our minds, no matter how good the source material may be. But when done right, it can add so much magic to the anime experience that you just have to sit back in awe and wonder, wow, how could anyone achieve such beautiful, fluid imagery? With this video, I wanted to just have a casual, unstructured discussion about animation in anime, how it's evolved over the years, our general perception of it, and where it could possibly go in the future. Now, you may be thinking, Gigguk, what makes you a qualified authority in animation? Have you studied it, or can you name every animator who worked on every cut in the most recent episode of Bill and Ted's Shonen Adventures? Unfortunately, no, but I will have you know that I have a pair of working eyes, and more importantly, I am officially certified in one of these. Let's start with a very basic background lesson on animation techniques used in anime, namely that of limited animation versus Sakuga. Limited animation comes from a need to save time and money from production, because as we all know in anime, deadlines are tight and budgets are even tighter. If you look at most scenes in an anime series, you will actually see that there is not much movement at all. A lot of the times, it's characters being completely static, just moving their mouths, which isn't that hard to pull off. Here, let me show you. Take this frame from No Game No Life. All we want to do is to have Sora say a line, "I eat ass." So what we can do to achieve this is we need 3 frames, a closed mouth, a half open mouth, and an open mouth. So what I can do is I can take some examples from my library of anime mouths, edit them so the lighting fits, key in the frames, and now we can make him talk. I eat ass. Now let's make this shot a bit more dynamic by adding some camera movement and woo! Look at this! I'm an animator now. Look at this smooth animation. That's right, chums. I don't just talk about anime, I am anime. On the other end of the spectrum, you have these moments or scenes where the animation quality increases dramatically. Everything becomes so much more alive and expressive, and you think, oh yeah, that's the money shot, that's the budget. This isn't just smooth, this is jazz smooth. This isn't just beautiful, this is beautiful. This isn't just fluid, this is gender fluid. This is called Sakuga. And if you think about it, the reason it exists makes sense, because with the very limited budget and production schedule a typical anime series has, you'd want to focus most of your time and money on the important scenes where extra effort and attention is needed, as these are the parts the viewers will remember, and you definitely want to leave a lasting impression. So next time you see one of these scenes, you can now think to yourself, wow, such Sakuga. It's these portions that stick in our minds when we think of good animation, because the show can look like absolute dog shit, but if you have a few good moments of animation, it may mask the fact that 90% of your show actually looks like crap. A special technique known as the Studio Pierrot Special. The first real question I want to pose is, how do we actually define good animation? Which sounds like a stupid obvious question, but stick with me here. Unlike graphics in video games or CGI in movies, there is not one pinnacle that we are heading towards and can set a benchmark against. We are not aiming for true immersion with photorealistic details. I mean, this is animation. The whole point of animation is that it is not real. Sure, most of the time we can collectively agree which animation looks better. Like, if you watch an average show, let's say All You Need Is a Sister, and you're like, alright, okay, this is adequate. It's not blowing my mind, but it's definitely doing the job it needs to do. And then you pop in Redline, and it's just like, wow, Redline, why not buy my eyes dinner first before trying to fuck them, please? Redline, okay. Well, my eyes don't normally put out on a first date, but God, you just look so good right now. Okay, well, now you're just pushing too hard, and now I'm gonna have to file a sexual assault claim. We can break it down to more frames of animation or more movement and fluidity on screen, but honestly, who's to say that the sensation overload of Redline has gooder animation than the ethereal photorealistic art style of Makoto Shinkai's works, or the detailed, expressive character animation in Yamada's A Silent Voice? When we get to animation of this level, it becomes less a concrete metric we can judge against and more the personal bias and interpretation of the viewer watching it. Going back to video games, we can look at some graphics and think, wow, I almost can't tell the difference between this and real life. This is jaw-dropping. And in anime, you can look at a cut and say, wow, this is so smooth and realistic. This is jaw-dropping. But is this more impressive than the way Misaki Yuasa warps and distorts to convey an idea with his surrealism? Or Imaishi's in-your-face, louder-than-life, hard-hitting cuts, which is the animation equivalent of 20 Sylvester Stallones kicking you in the nutsack simultaneously? And I know there's more thoughts put into graphics in video games and realism, but please don't make this discussion about that. I was trying to make a point. I think it's important to note that something can be technically well animated but still look like shit for other reasons, and I don't think there is a better example of this than the Naruto Pain fight. This fight has gone down in infamy as the worst, best animated fight that people like to make fun of. You might have seen the still frames floating around with people like, look at this stupid face, isn't this such bad animation? Actually, no. I can freeze frame in a random clip of you talking to make you look like an ugly motherfucker trying to suck dick, but that doesn't mean you permanently look like that. Probably. Animation is meant to be judged in motion, and technically speaking, this fight is very well animated. If we look at an actually badly animated fight like this, it looks like a goddamn circus performance. Hey look, it's two stick figures trying ballet! The choreography is awful, there's like 3 frames of animation sometimes. It's so bad that playing Yusei Run can't even save it. Fuck! Playing Yusei Run doesn't work! What do we do? What the fuck do we do? Then we go back to the Pain fight, and everything is so fluid and expressive. I mean, look at this. This is good animation. My problem with it is that it looks fucking stupid. I'm sure the intent was to have the characters warp and distort to emphasize the intense emotions that the characters are feeling, but I think in the process of trying to dial up the intensity to 11, they overshot it by a bit, and by a bit I mean they launched it into the fucking stratosphere. So what we are left with is a wacky, cartoony Looney Tunes brawl in what should be one of the most titular fights in the entire series. I mean, I can seriously just add some Looney Tunes sound effects and it would not feel out of place at all. Not saying that going off model and a bit crazy with your animation is bad. If this was seen in something like Ping Pong the animation, I'd be highly impressed. But in the context of the series, it's so ridiculous it takes the viewer out of the experience rather than enhancing it. A complete opposite to say Konosuba Season 2's animation. Here the characters constantly go off model, look stupid and wacky, and it works because this is a comedy anime. It helps add character and enhances the comedy in the series. The next thing I want to touch on is how the quality of animation improves and can improve as time goes on. I mean, that makes sense, right? Just look at a show like Soul Eater, which is 8 years old now, and as you can see, it just looks terrible and dated. I mean, we can obviously tell that this was made years ago with far inferior animation, and I'm not even sure what No Name animated this. Now go forward 5 years with Soul Eater Not, same studio, same characters, and as you can see, the noticeable improvement in animation is just unbelievable. Aside from the evolution of art styles and character designs, I think in general the average quality of animation does improve as time goes on. And this is just a guess, but I think it's possible because there is an increased number of tools available and more talent in the industry now to make things look better overall with the constraints anime has. If we take a much older show, like for example Gazi's Wing, which is just the pinnacle of production values of the time. If you take this scene here and look really carefully, and I mean look really carefully, you may notice that to create the illusion of movement, they are just physically moving the camera, and you know, it's cheap little tricks like this that can take you out of an experience, because aside from this one thing, the show is pretty much perfect in every other way.
There is a war going on, even dinosaurs are here, and they use bows and arrows. My sword is unbelievably dull. I don't know how we got separated, but I think we are still one person. We died together? Probably. No, it can't be true! I'm not joking.
Now you see the tools that are available today and it's like a whole new fucking playground to play with. I remember when Attack on Titan first aired and I was just in awe with the innovative use of the dynamic camera movements, which I don't remember being integrated before in a TV series so consistently. Wait a minute. Which I'm sure would be much harder to do without the aid of computers in the era of cell animation. And if you compare what was possible before to what is now with the integration of computerized tools and digital composition, well, I think Gazi's Wing said it best.
You certainly got sexy.
But as I talked about before, there is no pinnacle of animation. If we are talking about the best of the best, those sweet, sweet Sakuga moments, there are still moments 5, 10, 20 years old that still hold up to this day. There are moments in Akira or old Ghibli films that still still kick the ass of 90% of anime coming out today, even some of the films. That's because these moments give an opportunity for the talent behind them to really shine, and the biggest difference with these tools and a bigger budget is that it makes it easier for the talent behind the show to do what they want to do. And without that talent, it means nothing. I know I made an offhand joke about Sakuga being the budget shot, and while more time and money certainly doesn't hurt, more budget does not necessarily mean better animation, and vice versa. Handshakers this year was possibly the prettiest looking car crash I've ever seen. It's like someone ate a whole pack of Skittles, vomited it on screen, started filming it while violently shaking the camera. It is a fucking mess. From a technical standpoint, the production was very ambitious with the complex shots and highly stylized aesthetics they were trying to pull off. And because of this, it's the perfect example of what happens when a bunch of guys plays around with these tools and a budget without the talent to make it work. And now, a brief word on CG. That was it. I think what I was trying to get at here is that animation is kind of important to anime. What? We appreciate good animation, but simply saying something looks good doesn't do justice to the huge variety of skill and talent out there on display. And I hope even if you're a more casual viewer, you can at least appreciate the visual art that goes into crafting the experience that you get. How much animation can add that it can leave you in awe, or how much it can detract from the experience if done incorrectly. Since while now anime is as popular as ever, with more of it than ever before, and the art style ever evolving, it's important to remember that no matter how much tools improve to help artists, or how big the industry grows and how much money is thrown into a project, nothing can ever and will ever replace a great artistic eye and raw talent. Because if that's the case, then the pinnacle of animation has already been reached, because woo, that's right, baby! Look at this lip flap animation! Look at them!
Oh god, how can anyone compete with such perfection?
Hey guys, hope you enjoyed that video. Thank you very much this month to Patrick Madsen, Jared Cattell, Vincent Mooney, Lauken, and everyone else on Patreon for helping to support me for this month and making this video possible. For anyone in Singapore, I will be attending AFA there this weekend. So if you're there and you see me milling about, feel free to come say hi. I probably won't be doing a meetup this time since I'm going completely on a whim, but you can follow me on my Twitter to see what I'm up to and I see if I have any plans or what I'm doing then. So yeah, not any more updates from me today, so until then, I've been Giguk, and I will see you all next time.